Okay, so back to it. First question here, just need to do fraction, decimal, and percent. They already give you the percent. And then you also have to write in words. So to go back, there's many ways you can write in words. So we have 2/10 here. So you can easily just write 2/10. It doesn't ask you to rewrite it in lowest terms, but if you wanted to, you could do 1/5, which is equivalent to 2/10. So you can just write 2/10, or you can write 20 out of 100. You pick whichever one. I would just get in the habit of writing it in lowest terms. Then the percent, if it's 2/10s, 2/10s equal 20, so you have 20%. Um, don't forget that this is 175%, so that might help you with the fraction and the words. And then here we're in the tens, hundreds, thousands place, so it's actually going to be 0.02 or just 0.2%. My pen would work here. And then I would just write the fraction as the decimal and do the same for the words. Skipping over to 514, again, from class, we learned that of means to multiply, so that's no different than letter B and letter D for A and C. So again, it's hard to see on here, but we have 3/4 of 5/8. Again, multiplying fractions is easier than adding subtracting because you just have to multiply straight across. 3 times 5 is 15. 8 times 4 is 32. It cannot be reduced. Next one, we got 3/8 times 2/3. So we got 6 over 24. So here we can reduce. If we divide them both by 6, you get 1/4. So make sure you reduce if possible for the next two. Coming down, again, we're looking at absolute value. It's a distance from 0. So to rewrite some of these, it basically is saying that this would be 5 plus 1, or -5 plus -1 is -6. But since it's the absolute value, it is equal to +6. The only other one that will kind of trick you out is letter E. You have to solve it in here. So if you have a negative plus a positive, we have more there for our positive, so we end up getting -5.6 in absolute value, which is equal to 5.6. You bring down your other 5.6 to subtract it from 5.6, you'll get an answer of 0. Starting algebra here, hopefully not to confuse you too much, but you look at how many variables you have, and to write your algebraic expression, you simply can just write 3n, because that's how many n's you have, plus 10. We don't know the value of n yet, but they do give it to you right here, the total value. So 25 would be equal to 3n plus 10. And since you know that you have 10 and you're missing 15, 3 times what is 15, which would be 5, so n is equal to 5 feet. I'll just give you the algebraic straight expressions for the next two, and you can solve. So then you would have 3x here plus 10. On the bottom, you'd have 2j plus 10. And hopefully when they give you the values 310 here and 13, you should be able to find out what j and x are. Last one here, I know it's scanned sideways, doesn't really matter. When you're changing a mixed number into an improper fraction, always remember you multiply by the whole number and add the numerator. So here you'd have 55. 55 plus 3 is 58. And then you always keep your denominator. So that would be the answer for A. And skipping down to D, from changing a improper fraction to a mixed number, how many times does the denominator go in the numerator? In this case, 6 times. You look to see what's left over, which would be 3, and you keep the same denominator. That's it. And if you need to know 5 things before you retire over here to the left, go ahead and learn more.